Hey folks, very good evening and welcome to the main event here at Silverstone. We are back for round 7 of our F1 coverage. We are finally here after a very grueling Spanish Grand Prix. Oh my god, there was only one or two battles that were memorable there, so I don't even want to discuss what went on in that hellhole. But hey, we are back and we actually have some proper action for you for a change. It is time for our big boys here at Tier 2 to give us a fantastic showing. Full grade, packed with goodness, with all our seat takers. So I promise you, it's gonna be a good one because it is Britain, the oldest track, one of the oldest tracks here in the F1 calendar. So before I just get started with what's in store, let's have a short blast back into the past with a season 5 montage.
Silverstone circuit has hosted the British Grand Prix as early as 1948 alongside Brands Hatch and Aintree, but became the sole official venue in 1987. Constructed on a decommissioned RAF bomber base, this 5.8-kilometre circuit contains the infamous Maggots-Beckett's Chapel complex between turns 10 and 12, and Brooklyn's Bend, which serves as an entry point from the old bridge layout. Let's see where the dogfights occurred during Season 5's race at Silverstone. Sector 2 is a crucial battleground as cars will look to gain track position anywhere to hold the advantage between DRS straights in Sectors 1 and 3. Brooklands, Luffield and Woodcote will be notable for cars running too wide, and this will be an important battleground for many of the drivers as they look to edge out other drivers for track position. And it will be the ballsiest of moves and will take the ballsiest of drivers to consider a move going into Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel.
Well, very tasty battles going on definitely in Sector 3, and I can almost guarantee you that it's going to be the same this time around in Season 6 as well. Before we jump into the action, boys are still getting ready. It is still early days. Just the race had just ended. So while we wait for them to ready up, let's have a look at the standings and how things are in for this championship as of right now. Abi Farello clearly out on top, 125 points. Just leading away. Sizably, honestly, almost double the points of Evil Doc, who is the leading Alfa Romeo. Evil Doc showing great consistency. Last time around, starting quite a way back from the far end of the field, but finished very, very strong. So expect the same, or if not better, this time around as well. BK19, well, this is a surprising one. He has been down and out a little bit, but what has shown across the season is his consistency. I mean, he doesn't want to be anywhere near his teammate because they're always duking it out, but just consistently there to take away and scrap at any points that are willing to be given to him. And that shows because he is now in P3 in the championship, the leading Alpha Tauri. P4 is scripted. Again, great pace from him throughout the season. This time around, his teammate even faster than him, but at least he's got some consistency across his race as well. So he's in the P4 spot. P5 is the other Alfa Romeo. Now that's why these two are putting in a fantastic battle. Where are 40 points, Alfa Romeo is 40 points behind as a result of P7, which is Rambo, who is the second Red Bull. So the pair of RB and Rambo really showing up. 154 points for the constructor battle. Red Bull out there in the lead. Alpha Tauri, Avi has missed a couple of races, not too consistent, but hey, he definitely has the pace, and hopefully this time he gets a better run. Just coming back, Speedlust is a reserve, so we'll probably have to update the website on that front. Harry Rocks, the leading Haas. Now, Haas again another story altogether. Great pace for Harry Rocks in the race, and Akash great pace in the quali, but just not having the best of combinations between the pair of them, and that's why Haas is in P4 in the championship. Freeze and Chicken, slow start, very very bad opening for them in the beginning of the championship, and they're down in P13 and P14, but they've got some crazy pace. Sorry, P12 and P13, and they're definitely here to fight come Silverstone. It is the home Grand Prix of Chicken in a way, and we'd love to see some great performances from him. Our boys have readied up. Said and welcome Masoom to our commentary box. Believe our drivers have readied up, and with that, let's jump right into the action. You cannot see the stream. That is a good point as well. So let me just enable you to take it away as well. Just give me one moment, and in the meantime, let's just hear some. Well, actually, there's a lot of silence there. So give me a moment, stream. I'm just going to be switching tabs, going back into a little frenzy there. We will bring up the driver standings once again, so don't miss out on it. Just give me a second. Is it so? Okay, okay. This is nice, nice, very nice, very nice. Okay. Alright, with that, I know I think the stream's all set up for you, so let's just dive into it. I mean, everyone's still in the pits as of the last time I did see it, so let's hope that they're still there. Yeah, let's bring out the standings again and take it away. Yes, so while we wait, just talk through that again, because I have missed it, and maybe some of the folks have missed it as well. Is that so? Okay. Why? Yeah, damn game. Give me a few moments, gentlemen. Well, I hate this. Let's go to F1. Does that get any better? Fantastic. Okay, sorry about that, folks. It's a small hiccup on our end. We're getting the telemetry switched on. The lap data, of course, will stay off. We've already got a sector 1 offing. That is a very slow moving. No, that's not him. I believe that is scripted though. Yep. Um, Quite a slow getaway there. Probably just getting in the way. Sid Kulkarni. Now this man's been out of action for a very very long time, and it's about time he's back. We've missed him dearly, and glad to have him put in the first lap, which is swiftly beaten by Death 123, one of our leading Ferrari drivers. Believe yes. Interesting question. If it were me, think about the long game. It is a full whack race. There is really no point in having to simply tear down or just get some track position, because it's going to swiftly go away as in when we do get racing in after the quali session. Deepak Raj going P3, not the bestest, not the best of sectors from him, but again, it's just early doors there, so we will give it some time for it to pan out. Chicken starts off, finishes his first lap, probably is on another flying lap. He's got the hot lap switched on, and just stay on board with him because he's lost traction. Well, I'll give him some time to recuperate and go on to the other Renault. Freeze as well, also rocking the UK flag, and I don't know if it's for on purpose or not, but He's on a good lap right now. He's at the end of second sector. Nice little line there through cops. How's it looking right now? Because Avi has gone P4. Crazy Joe is now back into the second spot of the Williams. BK19 they're just taking a chill pill. His time will come. He's definitely a consistent man, and his time may not arrive as of yet. But hey, let's wait and watch. We are not audible. Oh wait, I have muted you. That's why. I can't increase my volume, but I think you are finally
Okay.
audible.
Okay.
My apologies.
Alright. Okay.
The freeze
Alright.
is doing another lap, if I'm not mistaken. He is still hot on his ERS. He did it at 126.793.
Can you check the game audio? I think that's muted.
You kidding me? There's no way. There is no way I would have done that. No, it is on. It is definitely on.
It's audible. It's audible. I think it's a bit low right now.
Yeah, I can't. Is the game audio or our audio?
The game audio is a bit lower from the looks of it.
Okay, I did
Yeah.
decrease it.
Yeah, it should be a bit higher, I guess. Yep.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah. So Abhi now, who's replaced Electrip, is on his second run. He did back out of the first one, and yeah, it's looking a decent so far. I mean, bit of lockup, so he is running without ABS, which is great to see. A huge lockup at the Wellington, not the Wellington Straight.
Yeah, I mean, that's not going to bode well for the race because you really don't. If you're going to lock him like that every lap in the race, it's going to really cost his front tires.
Yeah, well, is it a wet start though?
It should be a wet start. Yep.
Yeah, so these tires can go to hell for all they care because they're going to be maximum push. Missing the apex of Maggots and Beckett's there, but still keeping it on track, which is always good to see. Same can't be said about a few other drivers down the line, but so far so good.
To be honest, Sid's time of a 25-1 is extremely good, given that he set it on the early part of qualifying. So he could be well into the 24s by the beginning of the race.
No, he did go out on a second flyer. He was behind Death Hunter, but went out for a second run, and now he's done a good one. He's pulled out a banger in a 25-1. Now that's some crazy pace there. I'll be crossing the line. P5 for him. 126.1 is his target. Still, drop times have to drop. Lot more people still there to put out their times. Evil Doc now finishing his first flying lap, and he goes P2. Woo, there it is, folks. The man in form. But what about his competitor? His competitor still on an out lap. Let's actually stay on board with Monk, who's just invalidated. Just give me a moment here. I'm just going to go on mute for a bit. I need to take care of some business. So we'll go on board with RB. Talk me through the lap.
Alright, we are now on board RB, now getting the exit right onto the Wellington Straight for the... You need to get a good exit and then heading into Brooklyn. Very tricky braking zone, you need to trade brake quite a lot into the corner, and then you go then Pudla field. Oh, he set the fastest sector on the way, and you need to go really wide to get a good exit off the field. Extremely important, as this section is flat out till Beckett's. So if you get a good exit out of there, you're gonna really benefit from that till Beckett's basically. So you can get a massive amount of time. Cops a bit very conservative track limits. I think most drivers will go a bit wider here. Maggot flat out, Beckett slight left, but he does break that chapel, a dab on the brakes, and a good exit onto the hangar straight. Let's see if he sets fastest sector 2 time. If he does not set fastest sector 2 time, so he's a bit behind Sid Kulkarni right now, who I think has a fastest sector 1 time. In this hard braking zone, but easy flat on the exit. Coming into Vale, very important to get your line right. After the left-hander, it should be a single flat, just a left required. But yeah, he's flat out through the final corner of Club, and that's a 25-4. So a good first sector, but seems that he wasn't able to hook up the final 2 sectors, which seems to have ultimately cost him quite a lot.
Yeah, interesting man. 500s behind Evil Dog, and that championship battle is looking so spicy right now in Silverstone. The guy has to be said, Now let's go on board with Chicken. I mean, I don't think he's actually got the purple middle sector. Can you confirm? But he is going through store right now, quite wide, and he's invalidated. Oh man, I have to stop viewing this guy. I think I keep jinxing him.
I think you're giving him a spectator's jinx right now. Yep. Now coming into. So right now the field is really close right now. Right now we have the top 8 in the 25.
Oi, what is this?
As PK19 gets blocked there.
There's not a happy man there. He's kind of like shocked like Tsunoda.
Yep.
Alright, let's go on board with Avi. He is still pushing. I don't know. Is it common for people to push twice? I mean, I did it like 4 times, but I'm a special character.
I think they're probably like doing multiple laps, just getting the the feel of the tires in, and then going for a final run. But I don't think it's really a good idea, to be honest.
But if it were me, I would stop, go back to time trial, find a wet setup if I didn't have one, and make sure that I'm ready and have that equipped on my car for the race. Because pushing right now and then having gonna be all bent out of shape for the Grand Prix it's not a good idea.
Crazy was on for a banger. He's just 5/10 off Sid Kulkarni right now, so he could be potentially on for a 25 here if he does not make any big mistakes, and he does make a big mistake getting it invalidated.
Okay, let's go on with board Faizan. He's just started his lap through Abbey. Quite cautious, not touching any of the apexes, and then some. But hey, he's on the wheel now. He's got no more excuses to not put in a good time and to not put up some practice.
Ouch, he's 5/10 off into sector 1.
Oof, so, that is just showing you.
So perhaps quite a big mistake in the first sector, but let's see if we can improve in the second sector. Of course, very important to get a really good exit out of the field right now, because we are flat out all the way till back now.
That is definitely flat out. That's good running from him. Let's move on to Cryptid, who's also on a lap. He definitely looks to be a little faster than Faizan as of right now. We will switch back to him. As I say that, Grant, his teammate, goes P5 with a 25.7. But just look at the difference between P1 and P2. I don't know what kind of a lap Sid has put, but that is some ridiculous pace, man.
Yeah, and he hasn't come out so far, so that's very interesting for me. Now, Cryptid crossing the line, 8/10 off pole, so quite a far back off. I think the two teams are on a highlight here, which is Mercedes and Renault. Like, they've had 2 fast drivers in Freeze, Ticken, Cryptid and Rand, but in the race they just haven't delivered.
Yep, that is so true. But it just shows right now that a person like Sid Kulkarni, who's been nowhere in the scene all season long, he's been away for multiple reasons, and he's back, and now with just supreme amount of practice, he's in P1 and comfortably so, if I may say so.
I'm surprised he still hasn't left the pit, so maybe planning to put in a very late lap right now, or God forbid, I hope he's not facing any other issues.
Okay, so looks like we've got a tier 2 reserve of Warhammer who has joined the session.
I can't see him on the timing screen yet.
Yeah, he is still. I hope he can pick a car and not join as a spectator. That would be a little silly. But the reason being that the other Ferrari of Mobanga is not in the session. I don't believe he's racing, and that opens up a seat for him. Let's see.
Let's see if we can put in a Nico Hulkenberg type of performance in. Oh, I see that he loses. I have jinxed him.
And Harry has also ended his clean run there. Let's go on board with his teammate, who is on a clean lap. Quite tentative on the exit there and only improves to P14. Expecting a little more from them, but let's see. Okay, Evil Doc is on his final flying lap.
He's up on Sid Kulkarni by 10th.
Alrighty, let's go, Evil Doc. RB is a bit ahead, just got through Cobbs and he stopped, so he's definitely going to bail out of this one and go for another one. Let's stay on board with Evil Doc. Great line, little.
Very nice through Cobbs, yep.
Yep, judicious on the use of the curve, not too much, not too little, just enough. Oh, brilliant exit there, getting all of that sweet little curve. Not maximizing the use as the Tier 1 boys do, but what's his pace looking like?
He is on for the 24s right now, Kapil. Let's go, and as we say that Chicken does set the fastest first sector, so get him on between all the runners here.
Oh yes, that's what you want to see from Tier 2 boys. We've got him, Evil Dog coming across the final corner. Will he get a good sector? Yes he does, 25-1-5-4.
Very close right now. Let's have a
Oh,
look at
RB's already lost it. He's finished. He's already invalidated his final run, and that's a big shame.
Let's go on board Chicken right. Let's go on board Chicken right now because he does have purple sector 1, but can he now hook up the rest of the lap to go on board? Now let's have a look. Come through Whale, getting really important to get a really nice line. He's a bit low on ERS, but he should have enough deployment left for the final run and goes on pole.
24-8. The homeboy is taken pole position with a minute to go. Let's go on board with Sid Kulkarni. Can he make it to the end of the track?
He's invalidated this run. I don't think that.
I hope he can make it. Like he's pushing like hell right now. I hope he can make it to the start finish line. Let's actually go on board with the guy behind him, Death Hunter, who's on his final lap. How's he faring right now?
Pretty good, really. But let's see. Can he get the run? He'll get a nice slipstream of the car ahead. 3 tenths of pole, so not right there. But if he can get a good run hopefully Rand does get out of the way. But if he can get a good run through Slow and Vale, but that dirt air is not going to help him, and he's invalid.
Has not, but he's continuing. Rand just getting thrown off, saying, "Hey, this is not your time."
I don't think that's going to be happy with that, and I would qualify it as quality blocking.
Definitely, but let's go on board with Sid Kulkarni. He has made it to the end, and he has started his final run. Let's see what kind of a charge he can put against Chicken. He is 3 tenths down. Is he improving in the first sector?
He's a bit low on ERS, Kapil, so that's definitely going to hamper him. And let's not forget, he's going to have super hot tires after the pushing he had to do in his basically outlap.
But is he improving?
Nope, he's 2 tenths off down right now. 3 tenths actually nearly.
Well, let's go to Brandt, who does have fresher tires. He did start just a few seconds and did kind of block. Believe it was Death Hunter. Yep. How is he faring so far?
Not really good. He hasn't improved on the first sector right now. But let's see if he can improve on his second sector.
Alright, that's good pace. I mean, Monk has retired from the session. We've got a very, very slow moving Williams there. I believe that is Crazy Joe, yes. Let's actually go back into Rand.
Rand did improve in his second sector, but how much further ahead can he go? The last 2 sectors.
Well, let's wait and find out. Locking up into Whale. Will he get a good exit? That's looking good. And he improves to P4.
Yep, so if he had hooked up that first sector, he could have been much closer, but really good qualifying from him as he always has. So let's go on about RB. RB has also done, so I believe Chicken right now does not have anyone to worry about.
Looks like, yeah, I think that is the end of the session. Everyone has.
Now the question of the day is, how many of them are on a white setup and how many of them are on a dry setup?
Well, looking at Chicken's pace, I think he's on the dries. 24.8 is a ridiculous pace. But I also do know that he did put in ridiculous amount of practice for this race. It's good to know that he's starting on the front seat, because one thing that will definitely impair you in the rain is the ridiculous amount of the spray of the water and just the aquaplaning in general that can take place if you're behind someone. We're just waiting on Crazy Joe to get into the pits. But yeah, that is the end of quali. Chicken on pole, 3 tenths ahead of Evil Doc, the Alfa Romeo P2. Sid Kulkarni, great show back into the mix in taking P3 before his rant. Again, strong qualifying for him, but will he survive the race is yet to be seen. Abhi Ferrello, not the strongest of qualifying, but then again, he is a race man. He is in P5. Death Hunter in P6, the lead Ferrari. Deepak Raj in P7. P8 from Monk. P9 for Avi, the leading Alpha Tauri this time around. Cryptid in P10, but his time is yet to come as well. BK19, well, P11 outside the points. Of course, it doesn't really matter because they're starting on the wet tires. Harry Rocks, not a great qualifying for him, and so hasn't been the case for Akash. Abhi, the second McLaren in P13. Freeze, quite a way away from his teammate. Let's see if he's just bolted on a super heavy tire set for the race, but hey, it is time to go on to the main event, our Silverstone Grand Prix, coming up in just a moment.
I'm going to make a rather bold prediction. That is, I'm going to bet on Death Hunter to get a really good start.
Is he on the pad?
Yes.
Okay, so some science behind your guesstimate there. So we'll have to wait out to see if he just bins it because of just overcommitting to it. But hey, let's wait and find out.
Let's see. But the Silverstone truck start is always tricky because if you go offline in the first sector, you're going to go off the track, and that's not something you want to do in the wets.
That is true. It's a tricky one. Sid Kulkarni does ready up early, so F in chat for him. So
well, at the very least, this season we have made it less strict. Like last season, we usually get 10 seconds, but now we've reduced it to 5 seconds. So that is something comforting for him.
Yes. Well, Warhammer is in the session. He will have to bolt on a setup. He didn't even do qualifying, so he will probably be one who did suffer out on it a little bit. But yeah, 20 cars full grid lined up for us. I really hope. I'm almost certain it's going to be a banger.
It's proper wet. Like it's not inters wet. It's like wet, like stormy wet, according to me.
And everyone's starting on the intermediate tires.
But this seems more wet conditions than inters conditions. You know what I mean? As Harry and Abhi get to this qualification.
Yay! Harry.
Well, at the very least, these are not as temperature sensitive as a slick. So if that is any comfort for those guys.
Well, yes, the grip's already so poor. What's temperature really going to do to them? That is a true statement. Crazy Joe, keyboard man. Now, this is one guy I really want to watch out. He's got traction control, yes, but you just got to have finesse in the race. You know, throttle control is something is non-existent in the keyboard. So I really am worried for him. But hey, given his sheer amount of pace, I'm sure he can pull something out and really give us a great show tonight.
Interestingly, both the racing points starting with the back of the grid. I did not expect that from both of them.
Yep, Scary Pumpkin too. Just not getting any footing in the qualifying session. Faizan as well. No answer for the people ahead. I don't know if it's on purpose. They gotten a very stable setup which simply did not allow them to push. But let's wait and find out. We've got Adi Warhammer, who's recently joined back into our community and now back in as a tier 2 reserve. Now this man has some ridiculous amount of pace. I'm not going to sugarcoat that too much, but he is one to watch out for. Starting at the back end of the grid with the other Ferrari.
Yep. It's going to be quite tricky to overtake over here, especially with the spray. Of course, it's not as bad as it is in real life, but still it's going to be quite difficult to overtake in this track.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Well, as you see that, as you pause and pause, we can see the skies clear up for a second until it gets...
And then the darkness in all blue going into a very, very dark and glim British weather. Lovely scene, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Game loves to do wonderful things for you. Alright, Everyone's in. Yes, just about. And it's time for our British Grand Prix. Take it away, Master, for the start.
Alright, and then off 4 lights, 5 lights, lights out and away we go. All of them seems to be getting a good start, but I can see Sid, Kulkarni and Evil Dog seems to be getting really good drive in the second phase of chicane, but chicane seems to be quite safe. Oh, as we see front wings flying all the way through. The Mercedes and Red Bull have had to go onto the grass, and right now, one of the Mercedes launched on the inside. His front wing is completely destroyed. I think that was the Mercedes of Rand.
And we've already got a VSC.
Back all the way down. Ooh, that's very good. As I think RV had to completely cut. I think it was Village, and as a result, he's got a time penalty, 5 seconds. Faizan is a stop and go penalty for a collision with number 2 Renault. I think that's Freeze.
And as the host, he's gotten in and put down his hacks already, and he's in P1. Superb.
Absolutely.
So Warhammer has moved up 3 positions. Oh, there's a stop car of Abhi. He's just like parked it and say, you know what, my delta's too high, I need to slow down. Really catching both these guys off guard.
Yeah,
Luckily, no contact.
let's have a look at the position change. Let's see who's been the big gainers here. Nobody actually has been more. Rambo has gained 5 places, Faizan has gained 5 places, and we're off racing again as Kriti Joe is really slow. Out of cops, he really got caught out by the VSC at a really bad place, and Harry gets the move done going into maggots there. Really
Sweet stuff.
Yeah, as I see someone's front wing fly through across the screen. Goes Deepak Raj's front wing, unfortunate for him, but the top 4 are right now right behind each other. Death Hunter did game 1 place, maybe not the big start I expected, but still good enough. Monk with both the Alphas in a really good place right now.
No, RB's already gotten a penalty. It must have been a collision at the VSC, but
no, but actually he had to cut Village, I believe. As a result, he lost. As a result, he got a 5-second penalty. I believe he will be removed. Again, pretty much ignored that penalty right now.
Okay. Well, we have to wait for the timing sheets to sort itself out. Rant and Scary Pumpkin do getting that damage, and they've pitted on for new tires. That's unfortunate, and a new wing as well. Let's go on board with the penalty situation. I'll be getting straight 6 seconds from that cut. It's a major stuff there. Going back in the front, Deepak Raj. So not Deepak Raj, it's Chicken. Sid Kulkarni right on the back of him. But yeah, it's still early doors. There's a lot of action still to come our way.
Yep,
now Avi is going to get swallowed by Cryptid.
Yep, Cryptid now. Are they going to go side by side through cops? But I think Avi is missing. No, he has his friend intact, but Cryptid gets the move done well before cops.
Well, Cryptid is definitely on charge here, looking to have a nice stable setup. You don't see any skirmish action from that Mercedes. Definitely looks planted. He's going to be flying away as well to the exit on the straight.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now Deepak Raj really struggling with that damage. Harry Rock's really close to him. Scary Pumpkin just watching and biding his time. Will Deepak Raj go into the pits this time around? No. Yes, he does.
He does go into the pits, yep.
Okay, and that's not Scary Pumpkin, that's Faizan. My bad. Because he gets a superb exit, and Harry Rocks gets swallowed up by Faizan, and we've got a spun Monk just parked there at the hand, and we got 2 cars going around the outside and the inside. What a sweet sight that was. And now Monk has, I believe he has damage. No, he doesn't. Definitely looks like he has some wing, but 2 cars gobbling him up at the home straight. Warhammer getting some great exit there. Now on the charge, will he get Abhi down Wellington straight? Abhi going very defensive there.
Very sideways maybe there. I think this move will be get done at the end of this lap, because Adi Warhammer looks very comfortable in this conditions right now.
Yeah, but having said that, I just do want to go up ahead into the battle. Cryptid just got some great pace right now, and he's already just touching distance with Death Amber. You can see the Ferrari up ahead. This almost reminds me of the Spanish Grand Prix tonight, but How quickly will he actually be able to make a move this time around is something that we need to watch, wait and watch.
This is the battle of the controller boys right now. As they're going side by side to the hangar straight. Who's going to get the upper hand? Oh, he's already well ahead. Cryptid will have the upper hand going into Stowe.
Good stuff there. Going around the outside and stove, getting the move done. Death Hunter got really sideways there. Not the best of exits, but goes down the inside almost. A very different line. Compromising his line. And that's a front wing loss for Avi Goldrau.
I was thinking in my head that Avi is going to have the upper hand into the Hamilton straight, but I thought too soon.
Yeah, he was unfortunately not able to position himself. Got caught off guard there with Death Hunter's movement, and now he's just got some heavy damage, and he will probably look to pit soon.
Yep, absolutely.
Up the front, Evil Doc, steady there, behind Sid Kulkarni just under a second. Now Rambo and BK19 are going to get closer and closer to Avi Goldrau. We've got these three guys who've been battling out season long, and it's going to continue even here tonight.
Yep, absolutely. Rambo also making quite a lot of progress at the start of the race. He seems to be, I think a lot of people, we're seeing who put on a wet setup. I think Cryptid has put on a wet set, had put a wet
setup. So close!
Goes
around as a defensive maneuver just to save his front wing there. Could not expect that kind of an overspeed that he has. Avi getting all out of shape there at the end of Cops and concedes the position. Death Hunter has made a mistake out of all of that, and now he's dropped down to P8. What happened there?
No clue, but he's definitely struggling right now. Does he have damage though? Because he did get hit by Avi. I hope he didn't get damage in that spot.
Doesn't look like it, because definitely both end plates are still there, but hey, we'll have to wait and find out if he just jumps into the pits right now. And he does not, but the guy in front is going to be a double stack for Alpha Tauri. This is the strategy gone wrong. No.
That's not going to work out for both of these guys right now.
F in chat for BK19, leading Alpha Tauri in the championship. Akash now close to freeze. Well, getting closer and closer, but let's see what kind of defense can Freeze put up. It is lap 5 of the Grand Prix. Chicken, the Renault on top, still a second and a half ahead of Sid Kulkarni. Evil Doc just staying there in P3 for now. And we wait. Look at the exit, man. Look at the overspeed that Akash has. It definitely looks like Freeze is not on a good enough stable setup as Akash does. But Akash is getting off guard there, just unable to capitalize from that situation. Freeze very tentative there. Akash getting so much more grip through that corner there, getting much closer, and we wait. As we see that Faizan is getting punted by Death Hunter. Death Hunter losing yet another position there. Harry Rocks.
I'm not sure what's up with his car. He's really on the back foot right now. I think he's either burned up his tires or really struggling right now.
Let's actually get his telemetry on board. I don't see any unusual data there, but I don't know. It's just one of those things, I guess. He's not able to just push there.
Yeah, actually, I want to bring up a story from 2018, the Esports Championship. Where basically, in mid-race, some of the drivers had their car performance set to realistic.
Oh, yeah. That is
I think you might remember that, Kapil.
Yep. Tonitza and who was the other guy? I don't remember.
Somebody.
Yeah, they were just scratching their heads like, why are we here just to suffer? Akash even closer this time around. 2 tenths is the gap. Like, you can taste the water coming out of those tires. It's just the spray itself just drowning Akash right now. But hey, he's got great pace all around. Harry Rock's getting a supreme exit there. Death Hunter simply just has no answer for him.
Why is he struggling? That's what I'm absolutely perplexed here.
Wait, that's not Death Hunter, that's Warhammer. My bad.
Oh,
Warhammer actually made a move on Harry Rocks, but Charlie Rocks just sent one down around the outside and just got out of shape there, and he
Yeah.
moves down into P11. Unfortunate for him.
Warhammer is doing some Verstappen like approach right now.
Oh
Like
yeah,
going on the wet line and getting the traction wherever he goes.
sexy lines indeed. It is fantastic drive from him. We're actually going to call him Verstappen for the rest of the race for the heck of it. But he's flying right now. Got 10 positions over a period of 6 laps, and his teammate is right up ahead, and he's going to eat him for breakfast within a lap or two.
Yep, we did see like Chicken pull out quite a large gap in the early part of the race, 1.7, but right now that gap is slowly dropping. It would be quite nice if you could get the per lap comparison on the top 2.
Let's see, I will bring that up. Just give me a moment here. I believe there is a moment with Freeze, who's just lost out on Akash. Akash has got that supreme speed, and Freeze now diving into the ellipse. Oh, that's quite late. And he gets a 5 second.
He gets a 5 second penalty. Yep.
Always catches you off guard. Okay, let's go back to the front. Actually, I want to check how the situation fares with P2 and P3, because we do have a DRS trend, P2, P3 and P4 just nicely tucked in a second each of each other. I mean, it's kind of rare to see that in rainy conditions, but just goes to show how equal these guys are and how good of a setup they are to follow these cars in these treacherous conditions.
Yep, absolutely.
Do we have striking lap on? Is the data visible to you?
Yeah, it's available. So Evil Dog and Sid are basically exchanging laps right now with the advantage basically at a ping pong stage right now. Sid seemingly gained the advantage in the last lap, but it seems this lap he's now losing out to Chicken.
Yeah, he is half a second down this lap time.
But Sid is not using his ERS.
It's unnecessary. That's weird.
That's very unnecessary. Let's have a look at Chicken's ERS if we can.
Same. It's
Yeah,
quite high as well.
All these guys are conserving right now.
I don't know.
Let's go on.
Oh, we've got a spun car. We've got, I believe that is Death Hunter. He is down and out. He's just had enough.
Let's go on board Cryptid. Can you go on board Cryptid and through the striking lap if possible? Because I believe he has been gaining on RB the last couple of laps.
Yep. I think these guys are stuck in a train. So similar to how it was last time around in the Tier 1 race, Helium did get quite close to Nova Propy, and it's a very similar situation here as well. Avi Ferrello just staying in the back of that train, unable to get anywhere, and now the Mercedes of Cryptid just gonna eke away. He is definitely using so much more ERS, as you can see here, and slowly bringing the gap down.
There's gonna be a very important phase of the race where people will be in the pit windows. You can pit early for the next set of inters, and you will have the faster. You might be able to put undercut, but you might be under the threat of finishing the race. Might be under threat of having really dead tires by the end of the race, since the inters will wear out very quickly.
Yep, you couldn't have said it better there.
I'm seeing Chicken lose massive time right now, as he's lost 9 tenths in the last lap. The gap was 2, now it's 1.1.
No abnormal usage of the ERS. Evil Dog getting very close. Avi Ferrello is just able to hang on to Evil Dog, saying, "No, I need my points. You will not have it." But Evil Dog says, "No, you shall not pass." And it's a epic battle going on for the lead of the championship right now. Fantastic stuff between the Alpha and the Red Bull.
Yeah, RB is just pressuring Evil Dog trying to pressure Evil Dog into a mistake, but Evil Dog is like, head down. I'm going to keep this position right now.
Cool as a cucumber, absolutely. Going a little back, we've got another battle. Quite a few battles going on right now. I'll be getting close to Akash. Now, Akash definitely look. As I say that, the McLaren getting
why is it that every time you go on board, we see him spin?
He is a showman. I hope, definitely getting all 4 tires squealing to showcase that he is an entertainer, but hey, not helping his times right now.
Yeah, as I say that Sid Kulkarni has now got into the 1 second gap of Chicken right now. So Chicken's gonna feel a lot more pressure right now.
For sure. So we've got a 4-man DRS train right now, and Cryptid has eked away 8 tenths in the last few laps, and he is now just under 2 seconds to the leading pack.
Yep, his advantage is growing with every lap. That's what's really interesting to me. He is gaining more and more the more this fight goes on. So I believe the top 4 may have like burned out their tires, while Cryptid is in a better state. Oh, I can see that Harry Rocks has really nice tires right now. So perhaps he could be making inroads soon.
Maybe a good
But,
setup there is just bolted on and
Could be.
just conserving it.
Could potentially, but we'll know soon. But right now, I believe he is lacking a bit of pace on the cars ahead.
Oh, going really wide there. I can see.
Yep, easy.
And just making a horrendous attempt there. But no judgment. You know, he still got his front wing, he still got good tires, and he can always recover from this. It's not the end of the world.
Yep. As we see that, Sid Kulkarni is now closed up even more on chicane with 6 tenths in, 7 tenths in. So now he enters that ever crucial dirty air zone. So it's going to be interesting how he now deals with it.
Yep, I can see RB taking different lines there, trying to, you know, find any grip as possible, as much as possible, but hey, these guys are stuck, and all that's going to help is Cryptid get closer and closer. I mean, he's done 3 more tenths and he's just touching distance. Now, if you're in Cryptid's position right now, what do you want to do? Do you want to say, you know what, hey, I don't need this battle, I want to box early and then push like hell the second stint?
Let's actually move to the gap to leader. Let's see where will these guys come out if they box. I think it's around a 30-second pit stop.
Yep, so they would come around in P13.
Yeah, so if Chicken boxes, he would come right ahead of Abhi, I believe.
Yep. Oh, having said that, Cryptid just cutting Abby completely, getting a warning in the process, and Rand is out. Our first Mercedes, and true to and testament to his performances, he is always the first one out. F in chat, RIP Rant, and it is a VAC as a result of it. He did go out.
Yeah, I think that means all these guys would be heading to the pits for maybe like if RB does go into the pits. He gets past Evil Dog under the braking.
What a move by RB.
Brilliant stuff there.
Brilliant stuff indeed. Well, we just missed out. We don't know how Rand died. Looking from the likes of it, we've got a couple of drive-thrus coming our way. Hot action, BK19 getting a drive-thru, and I believe that
is not good because the VSC ended quite less, and I think Sid stayed out. No, he has box rights.
He has box. All the front runners have box. Oh, a lot of jostling for position there. RB still behind, but gets one position. I believe this is where, you know, at the exit where Rant lost it, similar to how Grosjean is. Will any of these guys lose it in an attempt to get back into the race?
Let's see how. But now it's going to be a tire management race because 15 laps in there's no joke here.
Ooh, Akash just slotting in behind, in between Cryptid and Evil Dog. Now that's not good for Cryptid because he really wants to get a move on. He's just pushing him wide and saying, "Get out of my way! I'm on a mission right now." He gets the position, and as a result of that, no wait, we've got a spun. Is that Warhammer? No, there was a yellow flag, but it has gone away. Just a slight moment there. Harry Rocks and Death Thunder have not pitted. Crazy Joe and Faizan, the rockers, the people who are rocking the IRC badge on their names, have both gotten a drive-through. Kind of a curse for them, if you don't mind me saying, because one caused it and 2 of them suffered because of it.
Yep. Something else I would like to note is that only the people who were right next to the pits really benefited of the VSC. The VSC barely lasted for 5 seconds.
Well, one thing it did definitely help out was in Sid Kulkarni's charge to the lead. He's just 4 tenths and he's deploying finally. Thank you, Lord, for helping Sid Kulkarni deploy some ERS, but he doesn't want to get too close. As you can see, you know, he's dropping out. Abi now getting all out of shape there. He pushed quite a little bit more. Kind of missed that in the action. Did see it in the mirror there. But he's almost pushing Sid Kulkarni there. Monk and believe Crazy Joe is serving his drive-thru right now, so he's dropping like a stone. Unfortunate for him there. But right now this is the battle for the lead, going around the outside. Will he make the move stick? Still side by side into the next corner. Sid Kulkarni just shoves him out, saying no, not your time.
Very good effort from RB, but now he's going to be under attack from Evil Dog here as well. Sid basically had the better positioning for that move there, so he was very well protected. And at the end of the day, Sid didn't really lose a lot of time to Chicken, because Chicken is stuck behind Death Hunter at the moment.
Well, I can tell you one person who's not calming down, and he just knows he's got more pace, is Abifrello. He's just gone from the offensive to the defensive, and he's still back on the offensive right now, because he just feels that he's got the pace. He's completely unfazed by the fact that Evil Doc is under a second behind. No stopping this show. He's very close. Having said that, Death Hunter hasn't pitted yet, but is out in front of this entire packing, and you can see the spray that Sid Kulkarni has. He does definitely have.
And Chicken is now under attack from Sid Billy Sandberg on the outside of Stowe. And RB is coming in. We're going to be 3 wide in the Stowe, but I think RB is going to get cheeky. Is he going to try to get the better exit and go into the lead into Whale?
Death Hunter promptly goes out into the pit. RB sending one down the outside, around the outside, gets the move done. Very lovely stuff there. In the exit there, Evil Dog just still waiting as well. So Sid Kulkarni does move down into P4. We got a lot of people boxing this lap, so do wait for the timing sheets to sort itself out. Having said that, Abifrello now still on a charge, finally making headway. He was the last guy in this DRS train for the longest period. Made an overtake on Sid Kulkarni and just disposed of Evil Dog through sheer luck in the pits, and now he is the man in form in a net P2.
I can't help but think that Chicken is now cracking under the pressure of the cars behind him, because he did have a really good start of the race, but now he just doesn't seem to be having the pace he had in the early stage.
Abifrello gets a horrendous exit. Sid Kulkarni says thank you very much, and I will take that position, but Avi using a lot more ERS there, trying to get that position, but thinks better of it. Says, you know what, it's not the end of the world. I got the pace, I've got it, I am speed, I will get it back.
Yep, absolutely. And right now, I think right now the top 5, it's all a matter of actually 6. And we missed it. I think Cryptid did get past Evil Dog here.
Yes, you're absolutely right there. Did miss out on that action and that overtake. Evil Dog now just falling behind, but still in this battle very much. Abifrello braking quite late, eating so much water. I mean, his tank must be full right now with pure water alone. I don't know how he can see with 2 cars just blocking all of his vision.
I'm absolutely biting my nails right now, and we're barely halfway into the race.
Oh yeah, it is super spicy stuff there indeed. We are halfway into the race, still 5 cars so close in the top. We got Warhammer, who is in the lead, but will have to pit at some point in time, or else he'll have to go for an audacious no stopper.
Yep, absolutely. Exactly in my mind as well, but it's very audacious, especially on the inters.
Oh, we've got a bit of a moment there. We've got Harry Rocks. Oh, no, my bad. Ignore, I stupid. No, I am. Because it was Abhi who had pitted. Got a bit of moment there. Abhi getting the move done on Akash. Akash did have an excellent start. He did start quite far behind, and he has moved up into P8. I just do want to check if everyone has stopped or not. Akash looks like has not, so he will have to do it at some point in time. So let's wait until he does.
I just noticed Akash, according to the graphics, Akash's tires are not in incredibly bad shape, so he could be on for a no-stop here, although I'm not sure how much benefit that would do to him.
Well, he is, regardless of his tire condition, he is definitely losing out to the people who have already stopped. He will be in a disadvantage, and if anything is there to show from today's race, you do have a significant chance of just not finishing out on top if you don't do a stop as we did in the real life Grand Prix. Having said that, Akash does take our advice, goes into the pits, and Rambo moves up into P8.
Yep, absolutely. Now coming across to RB. RB is closer to Sid than Sid is to Chicken.
He goes a little wide there.
Just a little wide.
Getting a little out of shape there. Will Cryptid be able to capitalize? No. But one
Something.
thing that I do have to say, one person who's missing here is Evil Dog.
Yeah, but I think he's had an incident. He has fallen a bit back. He is more under threat from Avi than being a threat to the top 3 right now. The top 4 right now.
That is true, but I hope he can keep his position and doesn't really have any damage. But yeah, he looks to be quite a lot slower compared to the leading pack.
Yep, it could be that the leading pack. We did see RB and Sid use their ERS quite freely in the last couple of laps, so that could have put Evil Dog on a bit of a back foot right now. As Scripted gets a 3-second penalty and RB has 6 seconds, so effectively this lead right now is between the top 2, the Chicken and Sid.
That is true. Maybe Evil Dog can also jump into the action if he can just find some more pace and have at it again and just get back into the rhythm.
Yeah, but and if Sid and Chicken do have an incident, Evil Dog is there to pick up this back.
That is true. He's completely out and just chilling, biding his time, and waiting for it to arrive. Let's see if he does or not.
Yep. And crazy. Sid Kulkarni right now, that's heading the passes sector 3, improves on his lap by 5/10, so he's pushing right now. Let's go on but Chicken, let's see what kind of telemetry, what kind of ERS he has in bank. Oh, almost equal. So
I don't believe it's possible to run out of ERS here. Even you cannot use it in the corners. You can't use it now. You can't use it now. You can't use it now. Now you can start using it. It's you have to be quite tentative in its usage. But
yeah,
I really don't understand why he's not just pushing it right now.
But if you are aggressive with your ERS usage, you will at one point start to deplete it.
Yeah, but it is the wet condition, it's not, you just have to wait 2-3 laps and it'll be back at 100%. It's not like you will be a sitting duck if it is a situation where you're running a little low
Not
on
really,
ERS.
because a good portion of this circuit is actually flat out right now. There are very little hard braking zones, so like the places where you can regen is quite less. As you can see a Cryptid who literally is out of ERS right now.
Interesting there based on their usage, but Cryptid is definitely closing on RB. Gets a little bit of a shake there, twist in action or in rotation because of the curb. Nice to see there, or it could have just been Cody's doing its thing. But the battle still rages on. This entire pack is getting closer and closer to Warhammer. He is still running out there. From last, he is now in P1. Now, if he does pit, he will probably come down behind Harry Rocks, as he probably will check. Evil Dog! Oh wow, where did that come from? What a lap! I don't know what the lap time was, but hey, that's a very confusing situation, because he's quite far away from the pack, but he's still got some ridiculous amount of pace. So
he is in clean air, so I believe he just decided to post his ERS to catch up to the pack. In the meantime, if you have a look at Faizan, has he boxed yet?
Faizan, huh? Let's see.
Oh, he hasn't.
He has not.
And his tires are dead right now. Look at the state of that front left.
Oh boy. That is not good. What about Warhammer? Is it any better on his?
We don't have this data right now, but I don't think so. I'm seeing a lot of understeer on corner entry especially.
Well, he still has good lines regardless of the wear he has. BK19 just getting ahead of. Oh, my bad. Not. I really see where they are. Sid Kulkarni now. I don't know if it's an actual fastest build sector, but hey, good showing. But look at this. RB has slowly dropped out of the picture. Sid Kulkarni and Chicken are just continuing on.
Yep, we're seeing the ERS battle play out right now. Basically, RB and Cryptid had that offensive ERS attack earlier, and now as a result, they're now on the back foot because they don't have that bank Sid and Chicken can rely on.
I believe Death Hunter has some kind of an issue. Oh, having said that, Sid Kulkarni gets a 3-second on cutting turn 1, and he is now a little bit on the back foot with respect to the race win. We will have to check, how many warnings Chicken has, and probably leave it out for suspense reasons. But now Chicken firmly in a spot to win the race. You can see Warhammer out there in the distance, and
Yeah,
with those fresher tires, he'll definitely get closer to.
I think we can say for a fact right now that he has committed to the no stop right now.
Well, let's hope so. But let's hope that he finishes the race. The gap, that's all there is, little under 3 seconds and decreasing quite rapidly. This pack has been at each other's throats for the entirety of the race, and I think it's not going to stop anytime soon either.
Yeah, absolutely. Cryptid also now falling away from RB, but RB seems to have gotten on the offensive with respect to Sid right now. But let's see. It's going to be a quite interesting one. And of course, Chicken needs to also keep it clean. But I wonder how many penalty warning Chicken is on right now.
I'm tempted to check, but I want the suspense factor for our viewers here tonight.
Yep, absolutely. And now coming up to RB. RB is extremely good in this section. Like on the exit of Vale, I think he is gaining on the cars ahead, or like at least keeping up given the dirty air. But I believe he's losing out in some of the high speed sections. So maybe he's running a lot more wing to not lose out in the straight.
That could definitely be the case. No amount of oversteer on his car. As I say that, Crazy Joe does get the move on Freeze. I don't know if it was a mistake by Freeze. Could be a case, but hey, the keyboard warrior marches on.
Alright.
Harry Rocks. Sorry, my bad. That is Akash locking up his tires. This man is a no assist guy. Definitely looks to be the case. And this, I believe, is the closest battle on track as of right now. The battle for P14. 6 seconds for Abhi. And we've got a loss. Wait a minute. What was that? Oh, as Death Hunter, who's coming out of the pits right now. I think he's made a miss. I'm confused.
I think he had to box again after damage and loss of million gain. As we say that, Deepak Raj looks really close to Harry Rocks right now.
Deepak Raj is close to Harry Rocks. You're absolutely right. Unfortunately, Deepak Raj getting damage in the beginning. I believe it's not too much because, well, I don't know if he's actually replaced his wing in the pit stop, but definitely showing more stability with respect to Harry Rocks. Now we'll have to wait and see.
Deepak Raj, if you recall, he had lost his wing in the early part of the lap, and he had to box early, and I think he hasn't seen the stars since then. So he is taking the stars at the end, but his front tires are not doing good right now. As Harry Rocks goes for a tiny bit of weaving on the straight, but nothing too aggressive right now. But Harry should have the faster tires right now, and it's going to be a big hit to his confidence seeing a car who is on the tires as it is right behind him.
Huge lock up there from Deepak Raj. Lucky not to get into the back of him. Oh, and we've got a limited bridge. Thank you, Codemasters, for ruining any battle.
If you all tab out and all tab in, it will go.
All tab out and all tab in. Let's actually. Oh, okay. I don't know. Anyways, so the gap between P1 and P2 is coming down. Actually, kind of stabilizing a bit, if you don't mind me saying. It was 1.8 like 3 laps ago, and it's just little over 1 second. So does this Warhammer actually have a chance? We've got 7 laps to go. Got 6 seconds unfortunately, so he won't actually win after penalties. But
he can be ahead of. He can maybe he has outside chance of P6 maybe P3 Evil Dog if he can stay ahead of 6 seconds of Evil Dog.
Definitely possible. Now with this entire train slowing down because of Warhammer, Evil Doc is now putting the pressure on. He's got that gap down from 4 seconds almost to under 2 seconds. So this guy is definitely on a charge.
Let's have a look at Warhammer's ERS. 48%, so enough to defend against an attack from behind, but it's going to be close.
Well, only RB and Cryptid have used out a lot of their ERS. The top two, well, the suspected top two that we had, which is Kulkarni, just easing, just sipping on their ERS just to get a little bit of boost in the straights, but nothing to actually help their cause with respect to a charge. But hey, we've got 6 laps remaining. Well, it is 5 or 6 depending on how you count it, half class full or half class empty. And we wait for these guys to put in their final charges. Warhammer has the worst kind of tires, but has track position and has clean air in front of him. He's got a little bit of ERS, but is also pushing. Let's see how he fares. The gap is now under a second between the top two, and we'll have to wait and see how it fares out.
Absolutely. Chicken is a bit conservative as well. He has a championship to think about, unlike Warhammer, and he needs to be careful with this move. Let's just say.
Yep. Got that absolutely right. Evil Dog just taking 5/10 in one lap. I mean, this is just showing how slow this DRS train is right now. Nobody able to get any closer to the car ahead because everyone has DRS to defend. Sorry, ERS to defend. And Evil Dog with that clean air just pumping in some great laps and getting closer. But now he will have to succumb to the same fate as the guys in front. And let's see if he can even put in a final charge, but he doesn't have to. That's the beauty. He is under 3 seconds or just around 3 seconds behind Sud Kulkarni, so he is on pace to finish in P2.
The Bobby gets under 3 seconds.
Oh boy. And also gets way out of shape there, going quite deep. Keeps it on the black stuff, so he does continue on. Because this is the time where the nerves slowly start to get
we could be in for a series of punctures right now. I believe when the attendants put one of the coordinators put dare to finish it on 3 wheels. I think quite a lot of people could be finishing on 3 wheels today.
And we'll see if that is the case. We've got little under 4 laps remaining now. Akash is the closest driver. Well, having said that, Sid Kulkarni is using a lot more ERS, and so is Chicken, slowly draining it out. I can actually see the cloud slowly opening up, so the rain is slowly starting to dissipate a bit. And
I mean, I would have expected, Warhammer to Chicken to absolutely obliterate Warhammer with the pressure tire advantage he has, but it's not really going down. The gap isn't really going down,
Well, there are 2 explanations. Either this man is a god on tires and he just knows how to nurse them, or he has more pace than Tier 2. I mean, that could only be the other reason, that he could be the next Maranello baby and he's just, hey, you know what, this is fine, this is easy pace for me.
But on another side, this man, Adi Warhammer, he just lost a second in the last couple of laps. He lost 6-7 seconds, so still, it's tough to say. But as you say that, Chicken is really close to Warhammer right now.
Yep, this battle is gonna go down the wire. We've got 3 laps left, and Warhammer is critically okay. He is saving a bit now. He is thinking about the long game. He's not using any of his ERS, and for whatever reason, Chicken isn't doing it as well, because you can see how much he's gaining on that straight, and he could just use a little bit more and gone much closer. But the effect there is that if you get too close and not able to make the move, you're going to have that double effect of dirty air in slippery conditions, and you're going to be a big task to get across.
You can just see how much Chicken is losing out on the exit of Cops and Chapel.
Yeah, losing 3.5 tenths there.
Yep. So if Warhammer can keep it clean, pocket at the apex, he could finish with the win on the track.
Well, that would be a first, starting from last position and finishing on for Tier 2 at least, to start dead last and finish in P1. I'm not going to jinx it, but looking at this guy's pace, I think he's immune to the jinxes. He is still on top with 2 laps to go.
Yeah, absolutely. RB is now, I think, falling a bit. It's a click away right now from the drivers, but as you said, Mang has really close on Python right now.
Well, there is a huge difference in the penalty situation there, 8 seconds. So even if he doesn't get it on track, he will definitely get it at the end of the race. But having said that, he does want to get in front, doesn't want to waste any time. I'll just wait for this to simmer up a bit, because the
Can
battle.
can he go on but Faizan? I want to see the state of his tires right now. Oh my god, that is like blood red right now. His front left.
Oh, and we can only imagine the same state for Warhammer, but for I don't believe how he's still in the lead now. Chicken pushing, but unable to get close enough. And now Sid Kulkarni gonna go down the inside. Will he? No, thinks better of it. Very close moment there. Magazine Beckett could have ended both the races. So smart decision from the pair of them not to fight. But that crucially, that off position for Chicken gives some breathing space for Warhammer, who's almost done with his ERS. He's got nothing in the tank left. But what Chicken has is over 60% against these guys. But Sid Kulkarni is one who's going to send down the inside. Yes, he does! Gets chopped off.
Yes.
No wing. But then Abi comes in. And so does
then...
Scripted. Oh, this is like a mass suicide attempt there, like we did in the Oriental Express, and just clean swipe.
That was very like touch and go between the two of them. I think Chicken could have also come out worse, but thankfully he did not. What do you call? The consequences were not that dire. But as we say, that Cryptid is now in P3 right now with the scanner. No, actually he's in P4, but Evil Dog is in for P2 right now.
I don't think Evil Dog's going to do anything. He is a smart boy. He's not going to jeopardize this for absolutely nothing. Cryptid, however, well, he actually doesn't have to either. But RB goes quite deep. Well, compromising the exit of Cryptid as well, unfortunately. But Chicken got so much ERS to play with, and Warhammer's used that opportunity to actually get some ERS back. And we've got 2 more laps to go. Will Chicken just send it this lap or the next time around? Let's wait and find out. Oh, huge cut there. That's one warning. But will he actually just sacrifice that warning to get a better exit? Well, we'll have to wait and find out. He is deploying all of his ERS, and so is Warhammer, going quite defensive, weaving, but not going to be enough this time around. So 1 more lap for them. Wow, this would be the best of drives in Tier 2 if he manages out of nowhere just join the community.
Chicken just doesn't have the momentum out of Chapel, but 1 lap left, he can literally deploy everything in his stack. I think it's a big slide coming out of club.
Yeah, man, I can't.
That's what, not club, my bad.
Well, Scripted is equally putting about the same amount of pressure to RB. RB is not cracking, going really wide, taking those interesting little wet lines there, and unable is Scripted, and so is Chicken. Now Chicken using all of his ERS. Will he send one around the outside? No, he does not. What happened? Brilliant placement of his car. No way for Chicken to get across. Now just let's stay on board with this battle for the rest of the race and see how they fare, because this is amazing stuff that Warhammer is going through. 80% ERS. He's sending it. He's going for it. He's doing it down the inside into cops. Oh, but does not have just the sheer amount of pace. And just Warhammer for
you are into cops. It's always the inside line is never the one which is the higher ground. It's the outside line which always has the higher ground. But brilliant placement from Warhammer there.
Brilliant indeed. Goes round the outside and keeps that minimum speed around the corner, using all of his ERS, but not enough to get the position. Looking behind, RB going quite wide. Will it compromise his exit? Will Cryptid send one down the inside into the last chicane? Thinks about it. RB brilliantly blocking it there. Chicken will be the winner of the race, but GG RB Warhammer. What a brilliant drive to finish on the top step on track. Amazing stuff. Having said that, Chicken wins the British Grand Prix, his home Grand Prix, so kudos to him. A very strategic drive by Evil Dog, finishes in P2. Warhammer in P3 after penalty, so awesome drive from him. My driver of the day, through and through. Absolutely nobody will have anything else to say on that front. Cryptid finishes P4. Wow, RB going into P6. Sid Kulkarni with that damage still was able to get out and actually get a position ahead of of RB Morello. So great stuff from him. Avigon Rogi leading Alpha Tauri in the pack. Cars disappearing for some reason. I don't know what's going on there. But let's go back. Death Hunter had enough of this race. He's just loathing, sick of this race. Just get me out of here. I'm done with this damn track. Freeze gets a position up, moves up into P16 as a result of it. Abhi also not getting the best of drives. Deepak Raj finishing in P11 and Faizan getting a point at the end of it. So that's fantastic to see for the Racing Point team. BK19, well, nothing to say really. He had no words, just unable to keep it clean on track, and it's an important one. If you can't keep it on track, you can't finish out ahead, and the same can be said for Scary Pumpkin. And that has been your British Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. A fantastic race, going down to the wire. So much action, so little time, and I told you, and I almost guaranteed you that it would be a spicy one, and indeed it was. Chicken out in top, fantastic celebration nonetheless. Warhammer, where is he coming from? What a brilliant performance there. Well, it's moments like this, really gets you in the mood, just showing you, what the competitive nature of us Indians are, and it's a good one. It's a beautiful one to see such close battle, 5 cars within the space of 2 seconds. You gotta love that stuff. This is pure racing at its finest here at IRC. Well, we'll wait for our coordinators to get the relevant podium sitters on.
I think all of them are here right now.
Give me a moment while I get all of this data recorded. Man, what's your predictions, chat, for the driver of the day? I mean, it's kind of clear in my books, but I would definitely love your suggestions as well. Yeah, it's been a doozy. It is definitely been a doozy. I can tell you that much. Lot of incidents there. Deepak Raj, Sid Kulkarni, Death Hunter just self-imploding there halfway into the race. So it happens. It is not the easiest of conditions to get your head around. So yeah, it is what it is. And yeah, this has been it for your British Grand Prix. Let's move on and actually have a little chat with our podium sitters. Who's with us right now? We've got, just a moment, we've got Evil Duck, Warhammer and Chicken, all 3 of our lovely gentlemen with us. So let's start with Evil Duck. Hey Evil Duck, how was your race? Talk us through what was in your mind and how it all fared.
It was nice and intense racing. Maybe I think 5-6 races within a gap of 2-3 seconds. Pretty amazing show. Yeah.
Did you want to send one down the inside at any point in time and just say, what, hey, this is not my race, I just want the points, I'm thinking of the
No. Yeah, definitely. Like no sending it. Yeah, it's like it is always risk and it is also raining. So yeah, at any point of time you can spin. And I spun as well just before the.
The 4-second gap, but you did manage to keep it out.
Maybe I think that was kind of blessing in disguise. I was cleaner air and got the fastest lap as well.
Yeah, brilliant stuff indeed. Let's move on to our winner, Chicken. Walk us through your race. How was it for you?
Hello. It was a really nice race. I wasn't expecting it to be raining. I'm not a huge fan of rain. I've not really done much practice on rain, but somehow it paid off. So yeah, it was a good race.
What was going through your mind when you were attacking Warhammer? I mean, I'm sure you didn't even know he was there, and you must have thought you were probably going to pit in. You were getting so close to him so quickly, and then what happened?
I was thinking of calling out for blue flags like Hamilton did, but I was really surprised when noticing that he hadn't pit. But looking at his penalties, I think he had 6 seconds worth of penalties. I really wanted to overtake him and go for the fastest lap at the end. But considering all my other races, I've been pretty unlucky. I thought I may as well just stay behind him and then just win it. Probably not on track, but due to penalties.
But
yeah.
at any point in time, did you think, hey, you know what, I've got so much more pace. I just need to send one down the inside and go for it. Like, did you have so much more in reserve?
Yeah, I was averaging 80% reserve on ERS, so I could have pushed more, but the last 4 laps I really wanted to push, but then I thought it would not be wise, especially Sid was catching me up because Warhammer on his old tires was really slow. And towards the end, I think Sid took a dive down the inside just on the last couple of turns.
Brutal death.
Yeah,
I can tell you that much.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to do that. I thought he'd just finish where he was. But yeah, I'm just happy there were no incidents for me, at least.
Okay, that's good to hear. Warhammer, are you with us? I can see you're on mute, but can you hear us and can you talk?
Yeah, hello guys. Hello. Yeah.
Amazing.
First of all, thank you so much for
Warhammer.
inviting me in the last second. I couldn't get a quali sadly, so maybe I could have got a better place, but still very, very happy. I think, yeah, like Chicken said, I also I would rather lose the race, like get a third place than be overtaken by him. So I knew that I had the penalty and you would be ahead of me anyways at the end of the race, but I just wanted to be, at least cross the finishing line first. So I mean, at the first, I think these guys pitted when it was virtual safety car, so it immediately ended. So I thought I had an advantage there. Then I kept on waiting for the safety car, which never came. So I was like, okay, what else I got to lose? So that just ended. I mean, I was managing the tire decently, so I was pretty slow, obviously, but yeah, still. Good race, Chicken. Yeah, awesome. I had too much pressure.
Indeed, it was. What was the state of your tires at the end of the race? Was it like 90% plus or something?
Yeah. I think front left was 75 plus, and yeah, rear right was like 60 plus or something. It was really, really bad. I had to park the car at just the correct position so that Chicken doesn't, just come ahead.
Well, that was supreme defending and was absolutely masterclass of a drive, if I may say so. So congratulations, at least for the win on track. Our driver of the day unanimously. So has been in the chat. Superb drive for you. Congratulations once again.
Thank you guys. I enjoyed my first race here. So yeah, that was good.
Many more to come for sure. That has been it, ladies and gentlemen, for our final event of the weekend. Now, I might have said this last week already, but this time we truly are on a break next week around. So, it's my birthday week. We're gonna take it chill. We're gonna have some lovely exhibition events this time around in the weekend. So probably a region-wise event, maybe an ACC endurance event as well. So a lot of fun stuff coming your way. Xbox is also spicing up. I mean, they did represent us yesterday. Not the best of results, but hey, a kudos, a brilliant effort from them nonetheless. So yeah, thank you again for watching. The next event is coming up on Friday for where we continue our second round in the F3 Championship. So if you've not gotten a chance to drive that mod yet, do definitely do that because it's a smacking mod and a fantastic drive as well, and a lovely fun time that we're gonna have on Friday. So see you then. Stay safe.